Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by again this week. So as some of you might have seen in a previous video, I did a Japanese snack haul full of goodies that I got in a Japanese marketplace in New York City. And in the video, I talked about how I just grew up a lot with Japanese snacks since I am half Japanese. But today I wanted to try something a little more personal, and I'm going to be doing a haul of stuff that I got from an Asian store nearby my house, a place that I go to super often. And you'll see my other side, my half Nepali side in this video a little bit too, because the snacks I got are both Japanese and Nepali. But with that, I'm super excited to show you. You know I love a good snack haul, so yeah, let's get started. All right, so first off, to start off the haul super strong, I wanted to show you these fruity drinks. And so these are a fan favorite in my house. We've been drinking them since I was really small, and they're really popular with a lot of Nepali kids. And this is basically just a very sweet, very syrupy mango juice. Mango juice is super popular in Nepal, and growing up we always had it in the house. It's really sweet, so I don't know if I'd recommend drinking it all the time, but whenever you put it in the fridge and just have a nice cold mango juice on a summer day, it honestly really hits the spot always, and it's just delicious. Again, I'll show you the packaging up close. The box says fruity, very bright and colorful, and then it comes with a little straw on the back. Up next, I have this ramen noodle package, and now I really think that out of any single instant ramen package I've ever tried, this one is legitimately my all-time favorite. I'm not actually sure. I think it might be a Korean company. I'm not 100% sure, but it is, well, first of all, if you're someone who loves spicy food, you will love this, because this might be one of the spiciest ramen instant noodles I've ever had. Like, my mom absolutely would not be able to eat this because it's so spicy, and she doesn't really love spicy food that much. But if you are a spice lover, you definitely have to try this. Again, it says Shin Noodle Soup on the front. It's just this bright red packaging with this huge character symbol on it. And they also sell it in like a cup version, but the logo is the same. So if you see this, you'll immediately recognize the brand in the store. But again, super spicy and really delicious. All right, so up next we have inazushi, and this is something that we have pretty regularly at my house. It is Japanese, and this is basically, well, it says right here, seasoned fried bean curd. And the way that you eat it is actually, when you open the can, it's filled with kind of like a syrup. It is like a little bit on the sweeter side, and you can they'll come in little rectangles, and you basically carefully peel them open, and then you can put rice inside, and then you'll end up with something that looks kind of like a little pillowcase, I guess, like a stuffed pillow. And when I was younger, I actually did not like these at all. I thought the sweet taste was kind of odd, but I've really grown to like them. And again, if you're looking for something new to try with rice, you should definitely check out this food. Again, that's inazushi. I'll show you the can one more time. And it is very good. And now for anyone out there who is a fan of boba or bubble tea, I got a package of tapioca pearls. And this one says black sugar flavor, and you can see this is what they'll look like. And kind of, I think in the back you can kind of see what's inside the package right here, these kind of dried tapioca pearls. And to be totally honest, well, oh, this is ready in 5 minutes, so that's pretty fast. Maybe I'll make this later, but we don't normally eat this in my house. If I want bubble tea, I'll usually get it, you know, at a bubble tea shop or at a cafe somewhere. But I remember that when I was younger, we had a family friend who was Vietnamese, and they would always make tapioca whenever we were there, or like tapioca pudding, and it was really good. And I was just thinking about that earlier today. So I saw this in the store and I was like, maybe I'll get some and try to make some at home. So I'm excited to try it. I'll let you guys know what I think, but hopefully it turns out good. I'm looking forward to it. All right, up next is my favorite Nepali dessert of all time, something that I always loved eating from day one growing up, and that is rascula. They're kind of round white balls. I'll read the description. It says cheese curd, round dumplings in rose-flavored sugar syrup. And that's honestly that's the perfect description. There's like a bunch inside, and then the can is filled with this rose-flavored syrup, which is delicious. It's so good. And I wish I could do something to describe the texture. It's just very kind of like dense and soft and squishy, and I don't know, they're just soft and squishy, I guess. But yeah, they are kind of doused and just kind of soaking up this rose flavored, very decadent syrup, and that's why it works. It's very, spongy, I guess is a good word to call it. It's very kind of soft and spongy, so it really soaks up that syrup in the can while it's there, and then you can, take it out and eat some. If you have a chance to try it, please try this one. Again, it's very sweet, so normally we'd only eat like 1 or 2 rascula at a time. It's not something you can kind of eat all at once. People in Nepal do eat this with yogurt, for example. Plain yogurt is a really popular kind of side dish or sauce in a way for people in Nepal to kind of just, I guess, subdue the very sweet flavor of this dessert. This has my seal of approval. I love rascula. I always try to grab it from the shelf whenever I can, and again, here is the front so you can see, but if you're ever in a store and you see this, you should definitely get it because it tastes so good. Okay, so now this is something that I eat very, very regularly at my house. We always have this. This is like one of the most basic staples, and it is wakame. Wakame is a type of seaweed, and as you can see it, well, first of all, you can hear that seaweed shaking in there, but I don't know if you can see in the camera. It's just little bits of dried seaweed, and it's, first of all, incredibly salty, and this is used for things like soups and stuff. So if you ever see those pieces of seaweed floating in things like miso soup, that's wakame. I have loved this since I was very little. Like, I remember when I was younger, I would climb up the counter and go into the cabinet and try to sneak some dried wakame, because you can just kind of like pour it into your hand and I would eat it, and it's very salty. You're not supposed to do that, but as a kid I would always do it, and my mom would be like, Mira, stop eating all the wakame. But yeah, this is my favorite. I really love it. It tastes great. And I think it's maybe like a good, I don't want to say intro seaweed, but I think if you've never tried seaweed before but you're kind of curious, you can put this in miso soup, maybe eat it dry like I did when I was a kid. But yeah, again, that is wakame. Those are the Japanese letters, wakame. But yeah, this is a very basic staple in my household. Next, I have this Japanese golden curry packet in the flavor mild. There's also medium hot and very hot if you like a more spicy curry. Inside, it's kind of like, I don't know if you can hear it shaking, but inside it has a curry block, like a chocolate bar almost, where you can break off the pieces and like put them in boiling water and like mix it to make the sauce. And when I was younger, I actually did not like the taste of this at all, but I really grew to like it. My mom makes it, I would say, pretty often. It is vegetarian, but if you want, you can, mix in chicken in the sauce. So what my mom will do is, like, whenever she makes this, she'll kind of make the sauce like in boiling water, put the chunks of curry blocks in, and then she'll add chicken, she'll add carrots, and she'll add potatoes, and then we'll eat it with rice, kind of like, honestly, exactly like how it is on the cover. But if you're a fan of curry or curry flavored things, I'll definitely recommend getting this and getting this brand. The right here you can see the S&B golden curry. I really like the flavor of this now, and this is the one that a lot of Japanese people eat. And even when I went back to Japan, I remember we went to my mom's best friend's house for lunch, and she made us this curry. So it is very popular with Japanese people in the US, but people in Japan also do eat this. Next, we got this nihari seasoning mix, and we actually normally don't get these because my dad loves cooking and he is always creating his own Nepali recipes and using spices. He just has a really great understanding of what spices go together and stuff like that, but every once in a while he'll want to get one of these just to try something new and mess around with a new recipe. So for example, I'll just read on the side what's in here. So ingredients for this seasoning mix, it says red chili, salt, paprika, garlic, dehydrated onion, cumin, bay leaf, green cardamom, black pepper, ginger, clove, fennel, soy protein, sugar, oil, etc., etc. So like I said, we don't use this super often, but I also think it's just a great way to try something new, kind of get a feel for what spices are in this mix and how the flavors turn out. So I think if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to cook Indian or maybe even Nepali food, it's always not a bad idea to get these seasoning mixes so you can kind of mess around and see how everything tastes. Now I have this sembe, which is a popular Japanese snack. It's basically a dried rice cracker, and there's different types. There's sembe crackers that are a little on the maybe saltier side, and there's sembe crackers that are a little on the sweeter side. I love both of them depending on my mood. I really love either one, and you can see here they come in these traditionally they come in these little packets of 2, so they're like, oh, I don't know if you can see, they're like individually wrapped here, 2 each in each little pouch. I think this one is, from what it looks like, I don't see any sugar on it, so I think this is one of the saltier versions. If you want to try something very, I guess, traditionally Japanese, then definitely get one of these senbei packets and just look closely. If you, I don't know if you're a fan of like salty crackers or sweet crackers, they usually differ a little bit. So just take a look. If they have kind of like white, I don't want to say frosting because it's not frosting, they're not frosted, but you can usually see kind of like white speckles, and that's like some kind of like hardened sugar on it. Those are the sweet ones. But if they're plain and they don't look like there's anything on them, then they're usually salty. So this next thing I got from the store is a little bit random. It's not a snack, but it's a full-on vegetable. So this is daikon, and it is a traditional Japanese root vegetable. I swear this is literally everywhere in Japan, and people use it for everything. You can put it in soups and stuff, you can cook it, but sometimes people also just like cut it and eat it raw, and it's very like crunchy and I don't want to say juicy, but it is hydrating. It's very crunchy and like, I guess it's kind of like a radish. It kind of has the vibe of a radish. I think it's probably in the radish family in that case, but yeah, it's just a white root vegetable. This is actually a very small one, but sometimes they can be like this long. Like they're pretty big, and again, they're called daikon, Japanese root vegetable. And yeah, I just thought I would show it because we got it today and I was like, why not? Up next, I have this dried flour snack. And if you take a look, you can kind of see it's very like crunchy, crispy. And on the package, it says Laziz Nimko, but I'm pretty sure in Nepal, we just call it nimkin. Actually, I was surprised when I saw it in the store today because I had never seen it before, and I guess maybe I just wasn't looking close enough. But this is a snack that I had all the time when I was younger, and it's really good. Again, it's kind of like the same thing as like chips and stuff. Like it's not particularly flavorful, it just tastes good. Oh, right here, the ingredients, it just says gram flour, salt, spices, and soybean and canola oil. So again, it's more like a chip kind of snack than anything that has like an intense spicy flavor, but I'm really a big fan of these, and I actually have not had these in like, I want to say like 5 or 6 years at least. I don't remember us getting these anytime recently, so I'm really excited to open it up and try it. But yeah, again, that's nimkin, and it's just a little dried chip snack. Lastly, in this haul, I have some gemaicha, which is a traditional Japanese style tea. And this was sitting at the front of the counter where they always put kind of like new things that they have in the store. And my dad and I saw this and we were like, this looks really good, like let's get some. And so gemaicha is basically, again here, I'm gonna see if you can kind of see it inside. So that's kind of like the tea inside of it, but it's basically a loose green tea, and it's also made with roasted rice. So that's the particular flavor of gemaicha. As many of you know, I am not a coffee drinker, but I am a big fan of tea, and I'm always drinking different types of tea. So I'm very excited to try this. But yeah, gemaicha. Anyway, that is the end of today's Asian store snack haul video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had such a fun time making this video and just getting to show you guys all of the snacks that I've loved growing up and the snacks that I like to eat regularly. If you saw something that you thought looked really good, or if there's anything that you've actually tried before, please leave a comment down below because I'd just love to know what you guys are interested in, what you guys like. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, as it really helps support my channel. But with that, thank you again for stopping by this week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone!